So I'm really happy to be here tonight and excited to introduce our host, Ricia Adair. Ricia and I have been friends for 20, 25 years. We were successfully in business in the early 2000s. She was a great leader then. She's a great leader now. She has 24 years of marketing experience. Um, and that benefits all of us because she's quite generous with the time with boundaries. And she's here to help you succeed and be wherever you want to be. And I'm excited for that. She is number 5 power ranker in all of Canada. I'm so proud of her. And coming in from Manzanillo, Mexico, please help me welcome Ricia Adair. And the crowd goes wild.
Thank you so much, Penny. Wow, what a great introduction. You know, it's a good thing I've got a carpenter on the payroll because I'm going to have to build bigger doors for my head to get through after that introduction.
I know. I just wanted to boost you. You're just everything. I'm so grateful to have you in my life.
All right, everybody. Thank you and welcome. We're going to get right into business here. I really appreciate you spending your Friday night with me. Let's pull up the slides. We've got some great information, especially being Black Friday. I don't think it's appropriate to say Happy Black Friday, but I'm going to say it because we've got a lot of fun going on here. And this is probably the best sale of any company I've ever seen in my life. So I'm really excited to present this information to you. My name is Ricia Adair, and October 17th, 1 year ago, my husband and I sold everything in Canada and we moved to our dream home in this beautiful, beautiful part of the world called Manzanillo. And this house was like everything pinched me. I go up in my upper terrace up there and I see this gorgeous $17 million view. And I go, is this for real? But you know what? Owning a house in the tropics is not for the sissies. It's a very expensive adventure. There's all kinds of things that happen in the tropics that you'll never see in Canada. In fact, I think I might write a book, Things You'll Never See in Canada. And that includes salitre inside the concrete. It's a disease in the concrete, just crumbles away, doorknobs falling off, pool pumps breaking down. Life goes on. It's fun. But you know what? I wouldn't change it for anything. But very soon, in our first few weeks of being on this property, because it was unattended for 5 months, there were so many things that were wrong and needed immediate attention because it's actually a little mini resort. There's a villa on the pool deck and a villa above it. So we were preparing for the season and we had to hustle. There was a parade of tradespeople coming back and forth through our property. And we saw our little nest egg holding several $1,000s disappear right before our eyes. It just went away. And so now we're broke. And my husband is a really cranky guy when he's broke. He's one of these guys that just wants money in the bank. I don't get that. But anyway, so the other side of this coin is that we have the most beautiful beach in the world. That bay on the bottom right is 14 kilometers long, 14 flat beach long, and the best swimming. So no matter how much I walked that beach and swam the ocean and did different treks up the side of the mountain, I was still heavy, like so heavy. In fact, I was FFB, fat, frumpy, and broke. that's my new past title, FFB.
Can relate.
So, well, Chris and Joni Budd called me in April. They had just joined 2 or 3 weeks prior to calling me. And they said, you need to know about these drops. So she took me on board to Facebook and I saw the different posts that she had made. And I realized that, wow, there's a whole lot of people that have experienced a lot of success with this product. So I probably will too. I trust when a product has been on the market for a long, long time and millions of bottles have been sold, I trust that it's going to work for me. So I jumped in all in. I bought 2 boxes because financially, that's all Mike said I could afford. So I bought one for me and one for resale. I'm going to fast forward. And now my life is so different. I think I'm at it now at 7 months, right? And I just realized a brand new dream. And I'm so grateful because 1 year ago, every day, if I had a nickel, I hate my fridge, I hate my fridge, I hate my fridge, I hate my fridge. Well, my brand new fridge showed up. Really excited. There's my maid. Yes, I have a maid. I've never had a maid in my life. I mean, like really, if you had the choice of doing or
Mm.
not doing housework, would you choose not to, right? So I love Sarah to bits. I have a gardener, I have a pool guy. I mean, my life has changed so much. And I sure love that fridge. Well, as we speak, we're putting live living color into our beautiful home, and I'm having so much fun with this color palette. My paint crew is coming back tomorrow to finish up the last bit of the job, and I just love it. The guest room is plum dandy, and my husband walks in, he says it's purple. And I said, no, Mike, it's plum dandy. So when you come and visit me, you'll be in that guest room and you'll probably agree with Mike. It's purple. Mike just got his brand new motorcycle. All of this is thanks to Partner Co. We couldn't have had this kind of life with the staff that we have and the motorcycle, the fridge, and there's so much more. He's one happy, happy guy. He got his plate for his bike today. And you know what? If you show your old folks card, you get it half price here in Mexico. So there's some advantages to living here in this beautiful country. Thanks to these guys, Darren and John. Oh my goodness. About 2 years ago, coming up in February, they got together and they saw five companies that were in trouble. These companies were all purchased by a big conglomerate run by shareholders, making really bad mistakes for the network marketing world. And Darren and John wanted to save the great products that we had, as well as all the thousands of lives of independent distributors. So they put their shekels together, came up with $27 million, scored $355 million worth of assets, and formed Partner Co. So successful, in fact, they just won the founding team of the year. John had spent his life in network marketing with Tahitian Noni. He didn't want to see the division between corporate and us in the field. So he called us Partner Co. So we are partners in this, and we do it simply better together. In the last 7 months, I've learned a whole lot about hormonal imbalance. And I looked at this chart, and I'll invite you to have a look at it. And how many of these circles are you going to tick off as I name them off? Mood swings, hot flashes, low libido, acne, headaches, insomnia, night sweats, tiredness and fatigue, food cravings, weight gain. These can all be symptoms of hormonal imbalance, and I had no idea. I was definitely 3 to 5 on that list, depending on the day. And most people, I think, on this call, if you're over the age of 30, you're going to be celebrating 3 to 5 as well. Rest assured, we have what you're looking for. Over 100 great products that are going to help you get super healthy. Balancing your hormones, healthy weight loss, increased energy, immunity health, reduce inflammation, nutritious products. We have collagen, products for better sleep, gut health, healthy gut, healthy life. Our gut is our second brain, right? Athletic products, stress support, clean energy drinks. We have them all. First, I'd like to brag a little about Dr. Ray Strand. He's well known around the world. He's a best-selling author. He's our chief medical officer, and he oversees with Dr. Pina and Brett West 1,040 annual quality scientific tests. We have over 215 plus published clinical studies. And we also have Brett West on our team. He is the world's leading foremost advisor on Noni. You'll hear more about that in a moment. Kristen White is our advisor on the Athletic Council. Wednesday morning, she regularly does trainings for us on our different products. She's a wealth of information. And I'm also very happy about Dr. Crystal Banks being on with us. She's a Wellness Council president. Dr. Pina, bottom right, is from Mexico. I've heard many of his seminars as I am fluent in Spanish, and he's amazing in the scientific information that he shares with us. So for John and Darren, it was critically important that we had doctor-produced products backed by a lot of science with clean ingredients. International infrastructure. So let's talk about that, because we have a global presence in 59 countries. I'm Canadian living in Mexico. I have a lot of friends in the US, Canada, and Mexico, of course, some in Europe. So if you had a friend in Italy who was interested in your drops, you go to your website, click on the Italian flag, you see indeed the drops are present in that country. You send her a link, which we'll teach you how to do. And your friend buys the drops, the European office fulfills the order, and by next Friday you get paid. It is that simple, folks. In the last 7 months, my business has increased to over 9 different countries. How? Well, I told somebody who told somebody. Well, in fact, I've got the ladies on the call with me tonight. I told Donna, Donna told Debbie, Debbie told Lori, and Lori told Gavin in Australia. And that's exactly how it goes. And before you know it, kaboom, you get paid while you're sleeping, because when we're sleeping, those guys are awake and they're selling drops and selling product. Let's talk a little about the products that we have. Lucin Sincerity Skin Mask is ideal for any kind of skin scars, aging spots. If you want young, beautiful skin like that little lady right there, Sincerity is the product for you. And marry it up with noni and collagen. It tastes delicious. It's a wonderful product, again, for healthy skin. Let's talk about the noni. I sure wish I could repeat to you 5% of all the information I've learned from Brett West about this most amazing superfood. It comes from Tahiti, volcanic ash. The conditions there produce the most efficacious superfood noni in the world. The Polynesians in ancient times, as they go in their dugout canoes into the high seas, always had it loaded with noni. That was their nutrition. It was their medicine. It was everything to keep them alive in desperate situations. There's not one system in your body that the noni will not help you with. It tastes delicious because we have a special formula that made it that way. But if you were to go to my backyard and pick a noni, you're not going to like it very much. So there's a lot of science in our formula, and this product will help you in so many ways. Our NutriFeed vitamin line was invented by Dr. Strand, again, backed by a lot of science, and it is second to none. I feel the best vitamin program I've ever participated in. Probiotics, healthy gut, so important. Again, too, it's loaded with all the prebiotics, the probiotics in the billions. The Moa product over on the far right, I want to talk to you about because it's also one of my favorites. In the beginning, when I came into the business, I was on a call with Reese. You'll see his picture in a moment. And I told him about the achy that I had in my fingers and toes. And I think you can imagine what that is. And he said, you got to get on the Moa. 3 weeks into the Moa, I was walking the dog and realized my toes aren't hurting, because it's flip-flop country where I live, right? And I noticed my toes aren't hurting. And then after a full month and a half, gone. Achy gone. Lower back, achy gone. Toes and fingers, achy gone. I had nails being driven up in the underside of my heels on my feet. Gone. Love these products. Finale is our best-selling product. It's the little purple one here in China. It is our beauty product, but ideally it's so good for your health from the inside out. Finale is also very popular for skin elasticity. So when you lose weight, you're going to want to take the Finale to tighten up your skin. And it also is very helpful for so many people that claim they no longer have allergies. And every now and then you may want to indulge, especially as we're coming up to the season. So the whole thing about our drops program is to be on a low glycemic index. But every now and then you're going to want to have a piece of pie, some ice cream. So the Sugar Stop is our own product that our labs have created. It's a sugar and carb blocker. The Slenderies line is the one that has the drops. The Pure Nourish on the right is our shake. It's 18 grams of protein. It's vegetable protein, again, loaded with prebiotic, probiotic. It tastes delicious, and it is, in fact, a full meal replacement. So say aye if you love your shakes in the morning. Throw in blueberry, strawberry, and it's absolutely delicious. I even throw in a teaspoon of giving greens. We've got the kale, the spinach, the broccoli. We even got the acai, the goji, the cinnamon. It tastes delicious sprinkled on your salad. Had some on my salad tonight. And the cocoa, wow, so good, so good. Again, it's a supplement loaded with nutrition. It's great to add chocolate into your Pure Nourish, and we all know the benefits of cocoa. I personally love it. My favorite dessert in the world is sprinkle it on top of frozen blueberries with slivered almonds and stir it up, and it's so good. It coats the blueberries, and that is a wonderful dessert. Renew is my fountain of youth in the box. It is a patented product. It's the only one of its kind in the world. It will teach your body to create its own pathways to create HGH, human growth hormone. And as we approach the age of 30, our HGH levels seriously start to decrease. This product helps combat the natural aging process to promote vitality and youth. Let's look at all many benefits. It improves cell regeneration, so you want to be young from the inside out, boosts energy and stamina, enhances libido and sexual function, say I, reduce body fat, improve sleep, say I, increase skin elasticity. This product will reduce it will lower the cortisol production. You go into deep REM sleep. So anybody with anxiety, with stress, we all do, we all have it, right? This just puts you right to sleep. So when you wake up, you are in, well, let's face it, you have a good night's rest, you have a far better tomorrow. I think we could all agree to that. Increase the skin elasticity, and it tastes delicious. This is one of the products that a lot of us will drink it half an hour before bedtime, and some of us, it keeps them awake. It's the opposite. So they're going to drink it earlier in the day, but they still get the same benefits. And now the drops. You're probably here because you saw someone post something on Facebook, or someone made a phone call and reached out to you. The drops is our flagship product. It's been on the market for over 12 years. Over 1 million bottles have been sold. It's completely natural, safe, and effective, stimulant and hormone-free. You will drop twice the weight as diet alone. It's clinically proven and doctor recommended. It helps curb your hunger and control appetite. You're going to get that signal in your brain to say, stop eating now. So important, right? It eliminates sugar cravings. And I'm going to celebrate that because I was totally addicted to sugar, and that's what brought me into the fat and frumpy. Well, now I have no desire for sugar. It's completely gone. My recent birthday, I said no to birthday cake. Don't buy it. Don't waste your money. And I didn't miss it one bit. It helps balance hormones, including insulin, ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, leptin, and your cortisol, which is your anxiety hormone. It certainly increases your energy, so you're going to feel younger, helps you stay motivated, which means you're going to get up and do some exercise because your metabolism is going to be stimulated. And it certainly helps with stress and stabilizing your mood. So when you get into anxious and stressful situations, you're going to float through it and make far better decisions. Scientifically proven, Penny, if you don't mind reading the lines, please. Thank you. Scientifically proven to support your thyroid and maintain healthy blood sugar levels. There's so many people that say to me, Ricia, I no longer have that fogginess in my brain, so it helps your brain clarity and memory improvements, and basically lose weight in your entire body. The Slenderies Body Balancing Drops, I've nicknamed them my magic drops. Now, we're going to recommend that you stick to the approved food list, and I promise you, you will not go hungry. There's so much on this list that you can participate in. And it's interesting how this is really clean eating. This is how it was if you're my age-ish. This is what you grew up on, right? You didn't grow up on cheesies and potato chips. And when you were hungry, mom said, go to the garden, get a carrot. So the list that we have here is clean eating. It's not a fad. It's not a diet. It's a lifestyle. Exercise 15 minutes a day. And you know, and I know if you start with 15, you'll end up at 30. 5 times a week, drink your glasses of water and start watching the results for yourself. My dear friend Jane Storch in Victoria, 32 pounds in 8 weeks. Look at the difference in this girl. Wow, it's like incredible to see her. Alan Schultz, the man on the right, looks like a former version of himself. Men have hormones too, right? Dr. Crystal lost 162 pounds several years ago, and that smiling face on the right looks just as she did in that picture as she does today. Here's myself. I took these pictures before the drops even arrived at my house, the top pictures. I think, wow, I got to be really courageous to stand here in sports spandex in front of you lovely people tonight. But I want to bring your attention to my bra line on the top right and my waist and my hips. In 2 weeks, look at the transition that has happened in my body. You will notice results that quickly with this product. And there she is, Miss FFB on the left, in front of the volcano. I was recently at the volcano and a new picture was taken. I went, wow. And I thought in February, I had no idea, or rather April, I should say, I had no idea that I was going to be down to a size 8 in just a few months. I've lost my weight in 3 months and I've kept it off. I have so much more energy. I sleep like a baby. I've got my mojo back. Tracy, our bikini queen from West Virginia. So many athletes love our products. It's sold in gyms all over the continent. Katie from Phoenix went through transition in 30 days. Ashley and Reese, she released all of her menopausal symptoms, night sweats, anxiety. I hate my husband today. The hot flashes that happen during menopause. Guys, you are so lucky you don't go through this. You're so lucky. And she also lost 15 pounds in the process. Do you know that 1 billion women are going into menopause this coming year? 1 billion? How many of those people can we reach out and touch with this product? So we also have Reese. Move that over there. Reese has lost 65 pounds. He's completely released his addiction to Dr. Pepper and Oreo cookies. James Laponce from Grand Rapids, 47 pounds in 4 months. Julie Park, my goodness, from Little Miss Chubby to Miss Sexy. April from Oklahoma. Everyone looks so much younger. Kevin, this guy's smiling. What a big reduction in his weight. Sheila, when she spoke for us, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. This woman went from very, very unhealthy with all kinds of conditions to a woman that's running on coffee and chaos and 5 to 25 pounds. Here's our beautiful co-host tonight, Penny Toner. Some of you were here early to hear her story. When I called her 4 months ago, she was very, very, very sick, laying on the floor and not willing to continue life. She was in a bad way. And look at this beautiful lady on the right. She's looking good. Her and I are back to having our laughs again, right, Penny?
Yes.
We have a lot of fun. And you're just looking so good, Penny. I'm so proud of you and so happy that the drops have got you back on the road to wealth.
Thank you.
Health.
Mm-hmm.
Health and wealth, right?
Yeah.
Chris Bailey, he was our guest the other night. This man had an amazing story about Lyme disease and how our products have helped him. He was very, very sick. And now it gives me great pleasure to bring up our first live testimonial, all the way from Langley, BC. We've got a fellow on the left that apparently had just run a marathon. He's going to tell us a little about that. And now we've got a great before and after situation here. Russell. Oh, wait, just a minute. Come back here. Russell, where are you?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much.
There you are. Okay, Russell, so glad. Wow, I see your face and you're just that much thinner. How did you get introduced to the drops, Russell?
Well, you mentioned back when you're talking about the business there a little bit. I was one of those 5 companies that kind of all got brought together and when Partner Co was formed. So I was introduced to the company and introduced to the drops. Elite was my first product that I was introduced to and I love. But yeah, shortly right before COVID, I started the drops for the first time. And while everyone was gaining those COVID pounds, I was actually going the other direction and dropping those COVID pounds. So I worked in a bakery when I was doing this. So I don't know if anyone in Canada has ever raisin bread. Well, I apologize. I was a supervisor making raisin bread. And so you might know this company, Bimbo in Mexico. It's a very popular company in Mexico. So that's the company I work for. And so yeah, I was going the wrong way, eating raisin bread and stuff like that, and mincemeat tarts at Christmas time. So I was actually, I was pretty heavy. So I started the drops right before COVID started, and basically for 3 months. The first month was a bit shaky, but just getting used to the drops and stuff like that. But one of the things that I really noticed right off the bat, anyone else here, maybe put your hand up, but your eyes are bigger than your stomach. You look at the layout of the land when you're looking at the food, and you put way too much on your plate, right? That was me, right? I had a hollow leg growing up. My mom always said it, hollow leg, where do you put it? So I grew up, I just kept on eating too much as I got older, right? And went from the whole foods to the junky foods after I moved out and got married. So yeah, so I started, one of the first thing I noticed was I wasn't eating as much. Just I wasn't hungry. Like, so that was a mind-blowing thing for me, because I always thought I had to eat like a horse. Every couple hours you got to eat. Also, so that was one good thing that started to help. And ultimately, I don't know how much time, but ultimately, at the end of the day, when I finished, I did 3 months with the drops, and then I did again about the next year in 2021. I did another, and so I lost about 35 pounds the first time in 2020, and then I did it again and lost another 10 in 2021. Just got a little more. I didn't have any coaching. I didn't have anyone helping me or anything like that. Right now, I'm a coach. I help people all the time now, full time, and doing this, coaching people. So ultimately, at the end, what I noticed the most was my body now I can handle. I spend time on a tractor and a farm, and in the heat now, and even at the bakery, I handle heat way better. I never had hot flashes or anything like that. Like you guys were saying, the guys get off easy here. So, but I was always never handled heat very well. Like it just, and I'm on a farm. I'm hay. We hay in the fields, and you don't make hay when it's cloudy and when it's snow on the ground. You do hay when it's hot out, right? You bale when it's hot out. And I always just sweated buckets, even at the bakery. My office was right beside the oven, and then so I don't know, hormones balanced, something happened, and people at work were like, well, "How come you're so like calm, cool, collected?" Like it just was better. And of course, with the bakery too, we have these uniforms, and have a belt on to keep my pants. But we always kept all the supervisors. We kept our uniform, our shirts were untucked and covering, because every supervisor had this huge belly, right, raisin bread. And I remember the day that I finally was able to tuck my shirt into my pants, just like when my mom always like, "What are you doing? You look like a bum. Tuck your shirt in," right? When I was a little kid. So I finally tucked my shirt in, and I walk in the afternoon shift, working nights, and man, the people at the bakery, the women and the guys, their jaws dropped, and they all double takes looking at me like, "Oh, you look like a manager now. You look like a real supervisor. You're tucked in." So it's a black belt. I have my shirts tucked in. I sold 8 boxes of drops that night, right? Just walking around, it's crazy, right? So yeah, so that really got my attention, and started sharing. So yeah, so I could go on and on about drops, but I know other people are here to share as well. So, but yeah, it's pretty powerful. Now I help people all the time with the drops. It's amazing. And don't get me started on some testimonials, because I'll start getting teary up. I'll start tearing up and stuff like that. It is crazy, some of the amazing stories I've seen now, and help people. I love it.
It's a lot more than just weight loss, isn't it?
Oh man, like yeah. So yeah, ultimately I shed about 45 pounds, and then probably my body. I'm probably 40 overall. I kind of bounced back about 5. My body was a little bit, happier. I gained back 5, so that's common though. And but you know what? Even when I ran marathons, like the information that you're told, "Oh yeah, you can do anything you want. Eat this, eat that. You're gonna run in a marathon. You're gonna burn it off. Like you're walking on the beach, right? And you didn't lose anything." I see pictures of me crossing the finish line in a marathon. I still got a beer gut. My gut finished the race a second before I did. Like, it was crazy, right? So even with marathons, like it's not just exercise. It's there's getting the hormones balanced is so critical. And I just never, when I was younger, I just never listened, and just yeah whatever, kind of thing. And but now, like listening to Dr. Strand, and I met him in 2020, right before COVID. I met Dr. Strand for the first time in Vernon, and got to listen, and really understood how the quality of these products were, and stuff like that. So and listening to other people experiences and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. So yeah, listen. If you're brand new, just listen to people, and watch testimonials, and it's like a marathon. It's all your own race though too, right? So everyone has a little bit different journey. So don't compare. And just this food list is incredible. You're right. I grew up, my dad was a produce manager. My brother and I would spend time at the store, and we would be raiding the fruit section. We never went in for the junk, right? So it is like my taste buds changed. Actually, the last part, my taste buds changed, and the second time I did the drops, and I was a salt vinegar pretzel guy. I give blood every 2 weeks, and my taste buds literally changed. There was one time they were like, "You got to have some chips and stuff." Maybe I was looking a bit white, giving blood this one time. I probably didn't have enough sleep or something. And when I had those, I was avoiding them because it's, not on the food list. And so I tried them and they tasted stale. So I said, oh, these are old, right? So they're looking around and they're getting fresh and they're looking at the best before date and they give me another one. I open it and and it's like stale. And then it dawned on me, oh my God, my taste buds changed. So I don't even like those things anymore. Like I still test it every once in a while. Like 4 years later, I'll have a pretzel. Nope, tastes stale. Tastes
Russell,
like they're
you're
5 years
amazing.
old.
Russell, do you do the system of growth? Do you post on Facebook?
Yes, I do.
And how's that working out for you?
It's fun. Yeah, today I was busy and I have 2 new brand partners, helping brand partners sign up brand partners. So it's good. I share the drops mostly. I have a few other products. I love Vinali. You mentioned Vinali. That's the one I for allergies for me. Yeah, I used to sound like Darth Vader when I was doing hay season. I used to sound like Darth Vader, and my eyes would seal up, and I could barely breathe.
Awesome.
So
Thank you.
I share all those things.
Thank you, Russell. Thank you so much. I could talk to you all night, and I think my audience could too, but we're going to carry on. I so appreciate you being on the call with us tonight. And for those people with those great testimonials, please connect them to me because I always love to hear new people share their stories. Thank you so much, Russell, from beautiful BC. Wow, what a story. Now you know where raisin bread comes from. It comes from Bimbo. I didn't know that. And Bimbo is very alive and well here. And now a dear friend of mine, Terri Davison, we're going to bring her up. She's got an amazing story as well. I think you're going to quite love it. Terri Davison from Edmonton, Alberta. Are you with us?
I am, Ricia.
It was quite the pictures. Wow, what an astounding transition for you.
And what's funny about that picture, Ricia, is I had already been on the drops for about a month at that time, and I'd already lost some weight. And that top that I'm wearing there, somebody was talking earlier about pulling things out of the back of the closet. Well, that was my first event in Edmonton since I've been joined up. And I pulled that top out of the back of my closet and I put it on. And it was the first time I've been able to wear it in about 5 years. I was feeling pretty good that day.
Nice,
And
nice.
and the other thing that I remember about that night is the event was upstairs in the second story, and there was, I don't know, 16 or 18 steps to get up. And when I got there, I just went and I went, oh my God, because I was so exhausted and so tired, and my knees had been so sore, and I was really worried about my health before I started. Anyway, I looked at those steps and I went, okay. But I walked up those steps. I had to hang on to the rail, but I walked up those steps and made it to the top. And I just went, holy cow, right? I didn't have to stop. I didn't have to pull myself up. So that was then. Now, I have PCOS. That's my story. So it makes it really difficult to lose weight, really easy to gain the weight, right? And I didn't know this until I was 24 years old. I was overweight most of my life, and I didn't know why. I didn't know why I had such a hard time. I've probably tried every diet, every program out there. I'd eaten really clean even before I started on these products, but I could never seem to get very far with my weight loss. I'd lose 5 or 10 pounds, but it would come right back. And I was at the same weight for a long time. But when I started these drops, the first thing I noticed was I was sleeping, right? I was diabetic, and so I would get up every 1.5 to 2 hours to go to the bathroom. When I started these drops, the first night I slept about 4 hours straight, and after that I was sleeping 5 to 6 hours at a time, and I just went, wow. So that was the first thing I noticed. Within a short time, my blood sugar started to stabilize. They're now within the normal range. I'm still considered pre-diabetic. They're not, but I'm not on any medications. My blood pressures have stabilized. They're the best they've ever been in my entire life. And somebody was talking about mood too. I'm happy again. Like I was always a fairly happy person, but I got really stressed and not very happy. And now my daughter just says, "Mom, you're just perky now." And I said, "You're damn right I am. I'm perky." And I'm happy and I have energy that I haven't had in years. Like I was getting really scared. I walked around Costco for an hour the other day all by myself. I would go to the grocery store before and just dread going in. I'd have a cart I'd have to push, and I'd go, okay, I only need this, this, and this, and get out as fast as I can because my knees and my back were so sore I couldn't handle it. And I'd go home and I'd sleep. I was in Costco running around for an hour the other day and went, I guess I should probably go home. And I felt great. I am so in love with these drops in this product, and I just, yeah, I can't say enough about it. So many things I could say.
Wow,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Terri. I really appreciate your testimonial. Are you taking the Renew, Terri?
I am. I took the Renew, and my sleep now is just like I sleep so soundly now, and I can get up, but I fall right back asleep. Before it was like, you'd toss and turn and stuff and not, but now, yeah. And I'm 66 years old, and and people always say to me, you don't look like you're 66. Like, yeah, you need the Renew like I have, right?
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
agree. It's a great,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And you're climbing the success ladder very quickly in your business. So congratulations on that for you. So obviously using the system of growth, the posting on
Yeah.
Facebook system, and how's that working?
It's great. I love it because, people reach out to you haven't talked to in years. All of a sudden you get a message from somebody. So tell me about these drops. And go, oh, it's great. I'm loving the sharing with the people and meeting new people and helping people to get healthy. It's so much more than just weight loss for me. It's just, it's about helping people get healthy, and the system of growth makes it so easy. Yeah.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
Terri, thank you so much for sharing with us tonight. I'm super, super grateful to see you, my dear friend.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm so grateful. We're going to continue on with our presentation. Do you know, folks, every time I do one of these calls, the stories are just so fantastic. I hear something different every time, but every single time it means people getting healthy, people feeling jollier, perky, as Terri says, and people sleeping better, just generally having a far better life than they had before without these products. So grateful. So now you're wondering, how do I get these drops? Well, you can be choosing option one and become a customer and buy retail, but why would you ever want to do that when you can become wholesale? For a one-time lifetime membership in the United States, it's $29.95. In Canada, $37.95. You can become a customer in this respect and get you 30% discount. And by keeping up a small monthly order as a customer, you're able to continue enjoying the wholesale prices. But I'm going to tell you, you're going to change. People are going to notice your face is going to thin up a little bit, and then it's going to thin up a little bit more. And like Russell said, people at work are going to start asking about you and thinking you got promoted to manager because you look so darn good. So why not share this with others and help a lot of people? We're going to give you all the tools and the resources that you need, replicated website, and now the company as a brand partner, meeting a small monthly requirement of either selling or purchasing the products for your own good. You will be eligible for team commissions. And many people, including some on this call, are earning weekly what a lot of people are earning monthly. And that's how generous this compensation plan is. We'll hear about that in a minute. But first, partner code does not guarantee any level of income or success to any brand partner. Earnings from the partner code compensation plan depends on each brand partner's sales, business skills, ability, and personal application. So again, let's talk about how you can turn your drops into profits. When you become a brand partner and you pay your membership, again, it's a one-time lifetime membership, you're going to automatically receive a reduction in the price of 30%, which we call our wholesale pricing. In the product industry, there's always going to be a point value connected to every bottle or box. We'll talk about that in a minute. I want to share with you now the Black Friday deals. We do have our American cousins on board with us. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. And share with you some of the great specials that are happening at the very time right now in the United States. There's 25% off on most products, depending on the tier. We've got several products, the Hero, the Blue Frog, the Limu, the Burn, there's so many, the Renew that we talked about tonight, the Benali that Russell mentioned. We have beautiful skin products and shampoos, the Skincerity, the greens we talked about, the Tahitian Noni. A lot of great products on sale for us for Black Friday. And what impressed me, often customers, or rather companies, will put their line B products up for sale to get you to fall in love with line B. Well, you know what? They put up line A. They put up the proper bestseller products for this sale. They also are giving you an opportunity to get free products. Again, as an American, if you buy 24 packs of Noni Original, you're going to get, or rather, sorry, 2 4-packs, you're going to get 2 bottles free. The Limu Original is a wonder product as well. You buy 2 5-packs and you'll get 2 bottles free. The Moa, the one I talked about that helped me with my achy, buy 4 boxes, get 1 box free. And the Slenderies, oh, I can't talk to you about that because that particular promotion happened at midnight Eastern time last night. And in 23 minutes, it's sold out. I'm telling you, everyone wants what we've got. How would you like to save some money? Well, as a Thanksgiving gift to you, a Black Friday gift, your shipping is free when you place an online order of $250. And we have the Black Friday deals for Canada. Again, we have some very, very popular products in Canada as well, 25% off. We've got the Renew, the Noni, the Slenderies, Pure Nourish Powder Shake. We've got the Giving Greens, the Rejuvenix, give you more energy, the probiotics for healthier gut. You also get to enjoy free shipping, and the free shipping ends for both countries on December 2nd. So this is a Black Friday to Cyber Monday deal. Free shipping on Canada on orders over $300. And one thing too, the Tahitian Noni, these come in glass bottles. It's a heavy product, right? And you're getting free shipping on cases of Tahitian Noni. So you buy 1 case of the Noni in Canada and get a bottle of Max free. The Max is the one that I love. Buy a case of the, okay, all right, that's being said. We're going to continue on. We also have the Noni Original, buy a 4-pack and get the Noni Original 2-pack. So you're going to get Noni Original free on this promotion here. And then the Sincerity, very, very popular. Again, for any kind of damage on your skin, sunspots, old war wounds, all those things, the Sincerity is amazing. Buy 2, get 1 free. And again, that ends Cyber Monday. And in Canada, we're going to celebrate, yay, that you get free enrollment with a 200 PV order or more. You also get a free Slenderized box for your bag, for your drops with every purchase. We're really excited about these promotions, and to get free enrollment, free shipping, plus a 25%. It's just a really great time to get started with us. I also want to tell you about some events that are coming, and it's right around the corner. So if you have friends in any of these locations, I highly recommend that you get on the phone and invite them to these events. Guests are always free. We have starting on Sunday, Calgary, Alberta, 5 to 8 p.m., Lethbridge the next day. Then we have Medicine Hat, Alberta the day after. This is a big launch to get Canada going. Red Deer, December 5th. Kelowna is actually tomorrow night. Oh my goodness, don't forget, tomorrow morning actually is Kelowna. Then we've got Edmonton, December 7th, Winnipeg, December 8th, and St. John's, December 9th. And the different locations, so get in touch with the person who invited you. They can get further information to you. Now let's talk about how you can get started in the United States. We have a small package. It's called the 4-pack. It's $371. You can keep 1 box for yourself and sell the others for profit, which would be over $200. You could sell it at $160 and gain, give your friends a 15% discount, and yet you still profit quite nicely. A 10-pack in the US is a great value as well. It's $88 a box. You're going to profit over $600. In Canada, you're able to get 3 packs, and you could profit anywhere from $162 to $233, plus get your box free for your personal use. And we'd like to invite you to participate in a personal goal to achieve what we call the status of ultimate, which is the top pay in our program. You promote 30 boxes over 30 days, and you're looking anywhere from 1,800 US all the way up to 2,100 Canadian. And I personally know people that have done this in 2 weeks or less. Let's talk about turning social media into profit. As we mentioned, I talked to Donna in BC, Donna talked to Debbie, Debbie talks to Lori, Lori talks to Australia. So international business comes into your doorstep very, very quickly. We've talked about the system of growth. This is it here, folks. It's an app that you put on your phone. We have all the testimonies, all the answers to every question. It's such a simple system, just plug and play. Again, first thing, you need to activate your position with a 200 PV order, and I'm going to show you some samples how you can do that, so you can be eligible to receive commissions. In Canada, a 3-pack is 150 points, so you're not quite activated at that level. I will share with you another way that you can do that. A 4-pack in the US is 200 points for $371, and yes, you are activated. But you don't want to go on the drops and leave the Renew behind. They marry so well together. We heard about how great you're going to sleep. The 3-pack in Canada plus the Renew is 220 points, 508 Canadian. And you're actually going to save a little bit more because the Renew is on special right now. So you'll save even more on the Black Friday. And in the United States, you're going to save as well. It's going to be less than $476, and both of these programs will give you enough to be activated to earn from the company. And you will tell people about these products because you're just going to feel so good and you're going to look so good. And before you know it, someone's going to ask you, and we always like to share good things. Again, in the United States, I recommend get a minimum of a 10-pack. Then you're profiting at least $600. You can also get a 20-pack where your profits are about $14.40. But the best option, I wish we had this in Canada, so you're so lucky down in the US, is a 30-pack. Your profits on a 30-pack is about $2,500. It's greater than your original cost of doing this business. And the last time I looked at starting a business, it was a lot more than $2,300. We've been voted the best compensation plan in the industry, because we have 9 different ways to get paid, and every single one is so generous. We talked about the retail profits of 30% from retail. Let's talk about the new volume bonus. When you're activated at least at 200 points or more, you're going to be paid 15% when Mary comes along and says, I want to be a brand partner too. So for instance, Mary purchases 1,000 points of products, which could be 2 10-packs. You would make $150. But if you climbed up to Ultimate or came in out of the gate at Ultimate, you would make $300. You would actually make double. We talked about selling or buying 100 points of product. It's roughly about 150 in US, about 180 in Canada, and that will qualify you to earn commissions. And as you go forward every week, yes, we get paid every Friday. Let's celebrate. Today is payday. When you make a base commission, which is 15% of the activity of your team, you're going to earn an extra 15% towards a savings bonus. When that adds up to $10,000, you're going to get a great call from the company, and a $10,000 check is going to be deposited into your bank. Recently at convention, there were 10 people on stage that had recently got their $10,000 bonus, and this is over and above the work, or rather the pay that they had made. Now imagine at your work, at your job, at the bakery, at the office, at the railway station, wherever it is you work, that your boss came and gave you a $10,000 bonus check. How good would that be? Just for doing what you do every day to get paid. Well, that's what we do. We just do what we keep doing to get paid, and we get that $10,000 bonus. Just like Chris and Joni Budd, they are my friends that called me and introduced me to this program. They accomplished the $10,000 bonus in just 8 months. They are now the #1 money earner in the entire country of Canada. And get this, they live in Costa Rica. As we do what we do, we get paid in lifestyle credits as well, which you can cash in for glorious trips. This one was to Tahiti in July. The group went to the Bahamas. They were wined and dined. Oh my God, a vacation of a prince and princess. The next one coming up is Punta Cana and Bali. We've all dreamed about staying in those cottages on the ocean, right? How beautiful would that be? I want to bring this slide to your attention because we are at the right place at the right time. We are going into critical momentum, folks. And the numbers say everything. The numbers don't lie. Last year, over 1 year, we increased 137% in annual sales. There's an economic downturn right now. There's inflation going rampant, and yet our company grew. But look at, we actually went up by 426% in new brand partner enrollments. People want to be healthier. They want to save money, so they want to buy wholesale, and they want to make extra money because life has gotten to be too crazy expensive. One number that intrigues me are the people that make $250 a week. That's $1,000 part-time in their side gig a month. Who could not enjoy an extra $1,000, right? I used to say that would be a mortgage payment. Now I say it's your grocery payment. 155% these earners went up from last year, year to year, but they also went up from September to October. Currently, of 6% more people are earning $250 or more in a particular week. At a recent convention, our guest speaker was there with me. We had a lot of fun. There was 800 people that were recognized on stage out of 2,000 in the entire crowd. So again, when you're recognized on stage, it means you're making money and the company wants to applaud you for it. It brings me great pleasure now to bring up one of my dear friends, Donna Andres. She's an officer with our company, super, super busy, along with her husband, Tim. They own two very, very busy businesses in Parksville in Port Alberni on Vancouver Island. She's a dear lady. She's my #1 leader on Vancouver Island. And they're in Puerto Vallarta right now celebrating a 5-star vacation. Donna, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, look at you sporting that tan. Welcome to the call tonight.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
I'm so glad to see you. So Donna, how did you get started with the drops?
Well, I saw your post a few times, and I may have mentioned this before, but maybe not to the group that's here, is I've had 4 anaphylaxis. And so my last anaphylaxis actually was from an aspirin, and I ended up in Emerge. So I have been very, very careful of any kind of prescription or whatever it is. So I just don't take anything other than maybe a vitamin. So when Ricia I know Ricia personally, so of course you do business with people that you know. And so I knew that she had moved to Mexico, but I see these posts and I don't know, Ricia, I don't know if I'm going to do this. And so the last thing I want to do is have another anaphylaxis, but I looked and studied and read it all. And I was at the point, just like everybody else, that, okay, I'm 66 years old, and I have been always in good shape. I was Girl Athlete of the Year, and I did aerobics. I did all that kind of stuff. Well, slowly this weight comes on, and I don't know what to do with this. My kids always laugh at me, and my husband does too, because I'm still pretty active, but I knew I wasn't as active as I'd like to be. So when I'm watching her post, and I says, well, you know what? I think I'm very intrigued by the all natural part and the hormonal part. You know, I've gone to doctors and they say that your hormones are all fine. Well, you know that they're not all fine. Something's wrong. So I just said, you know, Ricia, just send me the box. What do I have to do? So she right away got me a box, and I tried it right away, and I was very impressed that it actually it curbs my appetite, and I mean, I was shocked. I said, like, really? Like the next day? And so Ricia will laugh because I says, I've been in retail for 11 years, so I know what it's like to run a retail store. And so I'm about, if I'm going to sell something, I want to have the product. And so I really didn't know if I wanted to put myself out there. Like everybody, almost all my customers, you don't want to put yourself out there. I don't want to talk about weight. I come from a big family of, there's actually 6 girls. That's something we just don't talk about. You don't talk about your weight to everybody. You don't want to tell them that your waist is this size. And like when I got my book and I got my box, it says in there to put your measurements. It says I'm not putting my weight down there. I'm not measuring myself. I mean, you're supposed to do all that, but I said, no, I'm not doing it. I haven't put a measuring tape around my waist in years. So anyway, that was just me. And so I figured, okay, but I found out that I'm not the only one. A lot of women don't want to do it. I said, that's okay, because I didn't. anyway, after I took took the drops, I knew this is something that my friends that I have, I've gotten to know a lot of people in Parksville from my retail store. I said, I'm going to put myself out there and I have to tell my customers and my friends about these drops. So for me, it was more about the product than the business side. And because I've done retail, when you're passionate about a product, you're passionate about a product. And I really saw the benefits of this product. It's a natural, all natural product that did not affect me. I mean, I took them and I said, okay, I didn't, I'm on any merge or anything. I'm all good. So I knew that it was a good thing for me, and I knew it'd be a good thing for probably most people. I had only one customer who said that they had allergies or something to oats, but after talking to Dr. Crystal, she said it's so minute. Is it going to affect anybody? So actually, the person who said that is trying them and is back on them. So I just think that this is just a phenomenal, high quality product that works as long as you follow the plan. You can't. I mean, I hate to say this, but I know that Dr. Strand has said it, is that there's a booklet, you follow it, and it works. But I also will say one other thing is that people are sensitive to the whole weight thing. And so I did one plan, and I won't mention which one it was. I tried one, and the person who was in charge of this, she was a little bit too strict. And so you know what I said, you know what? Buzz off. Like I quit. So I think that people kind of will feel the same way. I don't want to be pushy, but if I'm going to promote this product, you have to really do it in a very gentle way, because people are very sensitive to their weight. I've had one gal that told me that she's quite a public figure, but she says when she was in public, like a person commented and told her that she was like this big fat piece of bacon. Like this is just horrible things that we hear. And so what I'm saying is that I've sold lots of boxes, but you have to be very gentle and kind to people to do it, and know where they're coming from. If they don't want to put that measuring tape around them, that's okay. You'll know what you need to do when you need to do it. Anyway, that's how I started.
Awesome. Okay, you've had some great success. Now your husband, Tim, he's had an amazing testimony with the product as well. Is he around that he could share that with us?
Tim, are you around? Come over here. Well, after I started the drops, Ricia, I mean, most of us just try the drops and then he says, okay, I'm going to try another product. And the other product that I decided I wanted to try was MOA. And I thought that the drops were good enough, but until I tried the MOA, and then I said, okay, Tim, you need to try the MOA. And because he's been on concrete floors for years and years and years. And so you just kind of, everybody just accepts as you get older, you have hip pain, you have knee pain, you have this pain. Well, I says, Tim, you need to try MOA. So anyway, Tim
all right. Hi,
you.
Tim. You look good with your tan too. Look at the two of you, huh? Just move up a little bit so we can see your face, right? So Tim, thank you so much for being on our call. And again, you're a very successful business person. You've got 2 stores already in Parksville, and then your wife goes and starts a new business. How about that, huh? She's a superstar. We're proud of her. We're so proud of her. So Tim, tell us your story on how the products have helped you get healthier.
Oh, Donna kind of, well, I wouldn't say forced it on me, but
Okay, let me just say this. You guys, I know that like he's a skeptic, just like Reese was. And so I'm showing him all these people who are successful with this product. I says, Tim, because that's his personality. I says, open your mouth. And I just put the drops, I put the drops actually in his mouth. And I did that for about a week. And then I know that he noticed different things. And so now he just does it himself. So I don't have to, but that's what I had to do. That's just the kind of guy he is. And that's the kind of person I am. So
He's
just
still
saying it
trainable.
worked.
Okay, all right, Tim, let's hear your story.
Well, I started taking them and I lost 15 pounds pretty quick. And
Nice.
um and then Donna started giving me the MOA, and the MOA, as soon as I started taking it, I'd been having hip pain for quite some years now. And every time I stood up, I would limp for probably about the first 10 steps on my right leg. And then when I was taking the MOA, it stopped. I would just stand up and walk. I found I was, rather than walking around stuff, I was stepping over. My mobility, my range of motion on my hips improved greatly. And so I walk much further now than I could before. That's probably
The biggest.
like some of
Wow.
it has maybe to do with weight too, but it was right away when I took the MOA that the hip pain stopped.
We sometimes forget about how much pain we were in until pain goes away. And
Tim
wow.
has a high pain tolerance, so he just puts up with it. And then I says, well, just try it. And so, I've tried it, and I won't go without my MOA either. Like after I went to that PXP thing and listened to everybody, Dr. Crystal, Dr. Strand, and I really wanted to know more about the product. I mean, I definitely wanted to try the MOA, and it has been wonders for me too.
Wow. Well, thank you, Tim. And anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, just I like the product. I haven't had any bad side effects. As a matter of fact, it's I like the flavor. I just had a noni just before going to bed. I don't know if that's the best time, but
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Morning and
Tim's
night.
on, we're on Noni and we're on MOA, and Tim's on Renew. So I'm just trying more products, which I think that they're just all have been very good. I've actually got, I think, all of my children, my 43, 44, 45-year-olds on the drops, and they're really liking it as well.
Fantastic. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Tim, very, very much. We appreciate it. You might as well hang in there and hear the good things I'm going to say about your bride. So in the beginning, when Donna wanted to order her second box, I had asked her, you've only been on the drops 4 days. Why do you want to order another box so soon? And she's hanging on to the box. She's clutching it. And she says, no, I need to have more. I don't want to run out. So I asked her, Donna, why would you pay me retail when you could buy it wholesale? Well, Ricia, I don't want another business. We've got our glass company in Park, so we got another one in Port Alberni, and right? And you know the old story. If they say no, I'm dyslexic. I think they say on. So I just kept talking. And Donna has now become our number one. She's an officer on the team. She's a leader on Vancouver Island. She's just become so successful. And Donna, how have you gained your success?
Bravo.
So proud of you.
I have a wonderful team behind me. I really appreciate Deb and Lori. Because I still do work, and anytime I have issues, I call Deb over. So we at System of Growth is I do post, and it's everybody's, and I've heard those testimonies over and over, is that people will come back to you. Like I've just had, just while we're here, I don't know how many people have said, I've been following you from way back when, and then I'd like to order. And that's just how it is. Then it just happens. It just happens, and it just happens.
It just happens. It does. It's if you asked me like 7 months ago when I was broke, how did this happen? That there's a new motorcycle in our carport, and we just had this incredible party with a Cuban nightclub act and poolside and food and 65 people. Like, it just happens. But you have to start, right? You have to reach out, post. It's so simple. We train you on the posting. It's a simple system. And then before you know it, someone reaches out. You go, what do I say? What do I say? Well, just copy and paste. This is what you say. And you just follow the system. And then you're going to have a Charlene who's on the call tonight, who brought in 4 people in the month of November, and they're on their way to ultimate. Charlene is ultimate. So the success just rolls in. And it has everything to do with your desire to change, your desire to be healthier, your desire to help others be healthier, your desire to help others be wealthier. And before you know it, it just happens, right, Donna?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah, so grateful for you to be on tonight's call. We're going to stop the recording. I want to say thank you very much to Russell and Terry for our testimonials, our special guest to Donna and her husband Tim. Thank you so much. And to our co-host Penny, thank you so much. And to all our guests, because if it weren't for you, we'd be preaching to the choir, and that would be fun. So thank you. This is Ricia signing off.